Today, everybody, is Thunderbolts Day, and I am pretty pumped about this. Actually, whenever a Marvel movie comes out, I'm excited. And if you've watched these videos before, you would know that we still have a little bit of time until the movie actually starts. So we're gonna be going out to see if I can find the Pops and any other collectibles. I don't exactly know what else there will be. Maybe some Marvel Select figures. I don't know. I'll try my best, see what we can find, but I definitely know that there is a set of Pops, and I've kind of been seeing a few of them around, and I believe it's been like GameStop recently, so we'll probably start there. Actually, no, we'll just go there now. Alright, everybody, we have made it over to this section, and now, are there any Thunderbolts? Okay, you know what, actually, before we look for Thunderbolts, the first thing we should look for is the Marvel section. And I am noticing over here, everybody, look, we've got like Spider-Man and Iron Man, we've got a lot of the Black Panther Wakanda Forever ones, which honestly is kind of cool to see in store still. But now, everybody, going down farther, okay, we have the Captain America ones, we have the Leader, and I found out a little bit about the Leader, actually, recently. Apparently, this is like the original design form. That's why it looks a little bit more like the comic books. Anyways, though, not what we're looking for today. We've got Echo. We've got... They still have one. Okay, I don't know why I'm going through everything today, guys, but they still have one from Eternals. Anywho, let's keep going here. And let's see. We've got Spider-Gwen. Aha! Check it out, everybody. We have the Red Guardian, and from what I've seen in the movie and all the promo stuff, I hope they make one of him in his limo in the future. I think that'd be really fun. And then, to the right of that, of course, everybody, we have Yelena Belova, and it looks like those are the only two they have back here. I'll have to do some more digging around because on the back of the box, they don't show the other ones, but we should be able to find, let me think about it here, Sentry, as well as John Walker, and I'm trying to think of the last one. I can't think of them. But either way, though, everybody, let me do a bit of a backup here just to see if there's anything else. I don't see any. Ooh. Okay, I'm seeing some stuff from Star Wars that I'm probably going to want to pick up today, but that's not why we're here. Oh, no, actually, everybody, really quickly, I should check the poll that they have with a lot of their larger characters. And I don't think there would be any Thunderbolt stuff here, but they might have some cool Marvel stuff, like this Spider-Man symbiote suit, which is a pretty cool one. And then besides that, it might be everything. They've got, like, Batman, some moments down here. We also have some of the biddies, and I do see, like, oh, look up here, guys. We have, like, Deadpool, and then above that, we've got, like, The Office. But, yeah, nothing here. Oh, maybe there's a Pocket Pop for Thunderbolts? I don't think so, though. It's so dark. Oh, there we go. That's a lot better. Yeah, I don't see any. Oh, and if you're wondering on the last side of the poll here, for Marvel stuff, we've got like Red Hulk down there, which is a pretty cool one. And then above that, we have Spider-Man hanging upside down. But yeah, that seems to be about it for back here. Apparently, everybody, they have some sets up at the front here that I've got to take a look at. Now, this first spot, I'm seeing some cool stuff. No Marvel. I guess they've got the new Britney Spears, though. Chainsaw Man, World of Warcraft. Yeah, not what we're looking for here. Oh, but you know what, everybody? I am seeing that Batman. And then just to the side, do you guys see there's some more boxes? Maybe this is the superhero area? It is! Well, would you look at this, everybody? They have some more of those Spider-Man covers. And, okay, we've got Bucky, John Walker, and Sentry. How perfect. And now that I think about it, how could I have forgot about Bucky? That's who I was trying to think of earlier. And so I think you guys know what that means. We now have the entire set, and I think it's time. Yeah, let's go watch the movie. Hey, Emily.
Hey.
Nice shirt.
Thanks.
Oh, and would you look at this, everybody? Here at the theater, they have a lot of Funko products like biddies and Pops, but none of the Thunderbolts. Good thing we got them earlier. Okay, everybody, here it is, Screen X. This is exciting. And just like that, everybody, we have made it into the theater. By the way, Screen X is massive. They're not showing it yet, of course, because it is just trailers, but it looks like it's going to be huge. I'll have to show you after. Anyways, I can't record for too long, so I will see you once the movie's done. This is exciting.
She's bulletproof. What happened to bulletproof? It's bulletproof-ish. Is that Bucky?
That's not good.
Well, everybody, we are back from the movie, and let's get into this because I am excited to talk about it. I heard that there were some larger things that happened in this movie, some pretty interesting ones that I wouldn't want to hear about until I actually saw the movie, so I made sure to not spoil anything for myself. And so, for me to be nice to you, I'm not going to spoil that either, which I think if you're going to see the movie this weekend or anytime while it's in theaters or just in general want to watch the movie, I think you're going to be excited about it. But anyways, getting into the Pops that I have here, the first one that I want to talk about is Yelena Yelena Belova, of course, Florence Pugh's character, and I would say she is the main character. This is a really fun pop, and I like this one because they gave her all of her weapons, and I'm trying to think of when this would happen in the movie, because I swear she made this exact pose at one point. I just can't exactly think of when. Either way, though, I think Funko did an amazing job with the suit, as well as her earrings look really accurate, and her hair is pretty perfect, too. I think the green, it really works well. Oh, and if you take a look on the back, I could show you guys here, you've got some of her weapons as well, which you couldn't actually see unless you took her out of the box. Then, everybody, we have the Red Guardian, and I believe this is the second time we've got him as a pop, because there was also one for Black Widow, at least from what I can remember anyways. And yeah, I think this is another really awesome one. It's actually one of the only ones where they have the mask. Oh, well, I guess John Walker's got a mask on too. We'll touch upon him in a second. Now, while I was watching the movie, I was thinking about different figures that I would like Funko to create in the future, and there was actually one of them that I wanted with Red Guardian. You know what? Let me actually move some of this stuff out of the way. We're starting to fill up the table too much here. But anyways, the one that I was thinking, because they actually did create a popcorn bucket for this, is the Red Guardian limo. I think that would be such an amazing pop ride for them to do, and they totally could do it. I guess they would put it into, like, maybe if the movie does well and they want to make a second wave, like a spoilers set that usually releases like a couple weeks after the film's been out. Either way, though, I'm still happy with this one here, and I think the helmet's really great. One thing that I do wish is that maybe the buckle wasn't connected underneath, because you see him, like, put on his helmet a few times throughout the movie, and I think that would have been a fun detail, but the red is a pretty perfect color. I'm enjoying it. Also, funny enough, didn't even mean to do this, but the father-daughter back-to-back, it was a good choice on my part. Like I said, didn't mean to. And now, you know what, everybody? I guess we'll talk about John Walker next, because I did kind of mention him already, and he's the other one with a mask on. This one's pretty good, and it is kind of similar to the Falcon and Winter Soldier figure that released a few years ago, but I do like it. It is different enough, and the shield, oh yeah, that is great. Now, if it was a bit more taco-shaped, that could have been funny, but I understand why they made it flat. I thought his suit was like a dark blue, but I guess it's kind of like this grayish black color with red accents. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. And you know what's another thing here that I think is a little bit funny? They didn't give him his beard, but besides that, it's a pretty good John Walker. I like the suit. Also, the way that the shield doesn't look perfect, because that really is how it is. Really is how it is. Oh, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm trying to think if they could make another figure for John Walker. I think the way they could do it is maybe like an unmasked version could be fun. I feel like that would work because he does take off his helmet a good amount in the movie. So anyways, everybody, there we go. The first three. Now, I want to talk about, we're going to do this one here. We've got Bucky, and I also have the last one there, which is Sentry. We'll talk about him in a second, because I have a really cool Sentry pop that I think could work. I don't know how they would do it, but I want to talk about it. If you've seen the movie, I think we're on the same page here. But before we do that, let's talk about Bucky, because I love that he's got the metal arm. Of course, it's so obvious on the pop. He has, oh, wow, look at this. On the backside here, 2 knives and a gun. You see, this is something that you wouldn't see unless you took him out of the box. This figure really is amazing. The hair looks really great. I think the buckle is also awesome. There's the gun on the side, the boots, and what I think would be a really cool kind of like, I don't know how they would have done it though. It probably would have been a good chase, so it's almost like too late for this one, but him with like his detachable arm, I think would have been a nice kind of like extra figure. And I say it makes the most sense for a chase because you wouldn't want like an entirely new exclusive or another release, because they would be pretty much this exact same body, but maybe if they did some sort of like battle damage version of a lot of these characters, that could do it. But if you've ever seen the It chase for Georgie, you would know that that's kind of what I'm thinking here. Now, of course, it's a little bit different, but like with his arm being separate, almost like a buddy that comes inside of the box, that would be perfect. Also, you know what's something kind of funny about these figures is that they didn't put the other characters on the back of the box. It just says Thunderbolts, which I thought was a little bit weird because, like, we all knew the other characters in the set. They released at the same time. Like, one figure wasn't spoiling another. And it's also not like they released one of them way earlier and that one doesn't have anything on the back, then the rest of them have the set. It's just, like, completely all just the Thunderbolts logo. I don't know, I just figured I'd mention it because I know I can't, like, check to see if I have an entire entire set, but this is definitely all the figures they've created so far. And so let's get into this last one here, which is going to be Sentry. A character that I was actually kind of looking for in the movie for a bit there, because he doesn't show up right away, and I was like, who's Sentry? And then probably about like 20 minutes in, I'm like, oh, there he is. Because of course, Sentry is a new character that we've never seen on screen before, so there's kind of like a bit of a build-up to him. And for this figure here, oh, this is really great actually. You can see that his hair has been dyed. I think that's really funny. The gold on this also looks really great, and the logo in the middle feels a little bit stretched, but I think it still looks like that Sentry as, you know what, Funko did a good job. And now everybody, with this other Sentry figure that I wanted, I don't want to like spoil anything for the movie, and I don't even think this really is a spoiler because I believe it was in like the trailer a little bit, but if you just want to just like skip ahead a little bit, then we'll get back to, you know, the spoiler-ish free review, but I still think this is spoiler-free. What I wanted to talk about is the Void, and that is the character that is, well, like Sentry's almost like alter ego that takes him over if he feels like lonely. And so that figure there is practically him, but it's literally just like a black silhouette with like a bit of a twinkle in his eyes, or almost like a bit of yellow or white. It's like a really light color that you see like just slightly in his face. And I think Funko could do an amazing job with that, where they literally just they could honestly do this exact figure here, but then make him like completely blacked out and then change the eyes over to being like a bit of a glow-in-the-dark white. I don't know if they would ever do it, but I do think it would be really amazing. Funko, if they do another set with like the Red Guardian limo service as well as this, ooh, I'd buy them all. And well, everybody, there we go. That is all of the pops that I have for you today. And now if you're wondering what I would give this movie out of 10, I've got to think about it here for a second, but I think it's like an 8, 8.5. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies that I've seen in a while. I think the only thing that's getting like really close to it would have to be like Guardians 3, and then going all the way back to, let's do Spider-Man. I think Spider-Man beats it, and that could be because of nostalgia and of course like having all these characters come back into live action, but I think Spider-Man is just a little bit above this one. I really did love that movie. There were so many cool characters that came back for Spider-Man, so I think this one here is still an amazing one, and if you're thinking about going to see it, yes, I recommend it. But anyways, everybody, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video because it really was a fun one. If you want to see more movie reviews in the future, let me know in the comment section below because I would love to do them. I've got a bunch planned this year, and again, you're not going to want to miss out on them, so hit subscribe so you don't miss out on them. Anyways, have a great day, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you tomorrow!